Hi there. In this lesson, I'm going to look at pie charts again, and I'm going to look at how to work out the number of people in each section of a pie chart. Except this time I'm going to split the pie chart into 20 parts, 20 equal parts. Now, if you haven't watched the lesson before with 10 parts, maybe it's a good idea to watch that. This is a wee bit trickier. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is, like last time, how many people are in the whole pie chart. So in the whole pie chart, I've made a nice easy number to work with, which is 60. We're then going to look at fractions of the pie chart. We're going to try and think what the red bit is, the fraction, and the blue bit, and the green bit, and the white bit. But also, because fractions are the same as percentages, I'm going to look at that idea as well. So the first bit here, I can see it's split into 20. So the red bit's 1, 2, 3, 4 20ths. That's the fraction. Now you can simplify that if you want, or you can leave it as 4 20ths. It would cancel down to, what, 2 over 10, which is 1 over 5. So that would be absolutely okay to do that. However, I'm going to leave it as 4 over 20. Now, percentage-wise, if you're trying to work out 4 over 20 as a percentage, as I said before, you could simplify it down and change it over that way. Or you could think of what a 20th is as a percentage. Now, if you do 100 divided by 20, you should get 5. So 1 20th is 5%. So that means 4 20ths is 20%. So I'll put that in there. Now, you could have simplified that down to a fifth, and a fifth is 20%, but we'll just do it this way just now. So we'll go 4 over 20, or that's also 20%. Okay, so I'm now going to look at the blue section. So the blue section you can see is 2 parts out of 20. So I'm going to change that to 2 out of 20. Now I'm going to keep the same idea because I know a 20th is 5%. I've worked out the last time. So if we're doing double that, 5% times 2, then that's going to be 10%. Another way to do it is just simplify the fraction down to 1 over 10, and we know that 1 over 10 is the same as 10%. So I'm going to write it like that, 2 out of 20, or 10%. Okay, onto the green bits. The green bit's quite big, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts out of 20. So I'll write that down, 6 parts out of 20. Again, you could simplify it down, that would go down to 3 tenths. However, I'm going to leave it in terms of 20, so I know that a 20th is a fifth. So, sorry, it's 5%, so I'm doing 5% times 6, which is going to give me 30%. So I know that's going to be 30%, so I'll write that down here. 6 out of 20, or 30%. And the last bit, the white bit, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts out of 20. So 8 parts out of 20. Again, you can simplify that down. That would go down to 4 tenths or 2 fifths. But I'm going to leave it like that. And again, I know 20th is 5%, so 5 eighths are 40. So that's 40% there. And again, I'm going to write that down the bottom. So I've got 8 20ths or 40%. Now, when I'm trying to turn this into a number of people, I just need to work out either the fraction of that amount or the percentage of that amount. So of 60, of 60, of 60, and of 60. So it depends which way you want to go here. If you're quite happy working out percentages, use the percentage value. If you just want to use the fraction or the simplified fraction, do that. But to work out 4 20ths, you divide by 20, so it'd be 60 divided by 20, which is 3, and then times it by 4 and you get 12. Or you could work out 10% of 60, which is 6, and double it, or you could work out 20% is a fifth, and there's various ways to do this if you're good at percentages and fractions. If you're not, maybe go and watch the video lessons on them. Again, 2 20ths of 60, you could do 60 divided by 20, which is 3, and double it, or you could times, so you could just divide it by 10 to get 10%, you get 6. 30% of 60, so to get 10%, which is 6, and then times it by 3, you get 18, or divide the 60 by 20 to get 3, and then times it by 6, or do the simplified version of this, times 60. And the last one, 40% of 60, just divide by 10 and then times by 4 to get that, I'll give you 24, or divide by 20, which is going to give you 3, and then times it by 8, which is going to give you 24 again. Now remember, all of these answers should add up to the total pie chart of 60. So various ways to do this. Just find one that works for you and then try that and use it.